This one's called The Day I Thought I Was Supergirl and Could Nothing Stop Me. Was I fooled? One time, growing up on Talco Drive at the dead end, my grandmother had a neighbor across the street that made jam. Rest in wholeness. Anyway, one day, I don't know, I'm not good with time, but I had to been around the age of maybe 6 or 7. And my mom sent me across there, the street, to go get some jam that came in a mason jars. And the lady that normally, the mother of the home, wasn't there, and her son was there. Her son was my uncle's best friend, Steve. Anywho, I don't want to tell this story, but hey, some said, tell this story. I've healed you with this. So anyway, I'll go over there, and Steve goes to the back and he gets the jam and preserves. I think that's what it was, preserves. Whatever it was something I didn't want to eat. Okay, it's too lumpy. So when Steve came back, while I was standing in the living room, because it was the back part of the house where he got it from, and I stayed in the living room in front of this bowl of candy on the table in the living room. And when he came back, he put the jam on the table next to the candy and said, "Come in my room. I want to show you something." Okay. Of course I wasn't thinking anything. Why would I? I'm innocent. I'm a child. Oh, and I took pride in being obedient. Not saying I was perfect, but I'm saying I took pride in trying to be the best little girl I could, um, to the best of my abilities. Let's just put it that way. So he asked me to come in his room, and when we went in his room, he leaned up against the wall and revealed himself to me and pulled out his private areas that, oh, let's say, I don't know how old Steve was, but if I think back on my good intuition and estimation, he's about 10 years older, so he was about 17, maybe. Somewhere in there, 16 or 17. Very, very friendly, smiley guy in front of everybody. But of course, after this situation happened, that's when I could think back on days where his look was an evil eye with a smile. Anyway, so back to the room. He pulled it out and told me that he wanted me to put my mouth on it. Now, I'm at the height to where actually, the right height, exactly know where to, it's right there, okay? And I remember how I feel right now with this little part in here. I was confused. I was like, why do you want me to do that? Don't you have a girlfriend? But I'm 7. I know we start talking shit at 2. So I didn't understand, and I definitely didn't want to do it. I wasn't, I didn't want to do it. That's no, okay. It'd be different if I was curious. I wasn't curious. All right. So I'm trying to say this story like I read my last one, but oh well, it ain't happening. So anyway, because I didn't want to tell this. Trust me, I didn't want to tell this. I told enough people close to in my life that helped me heal, and the Most High been working on me. But I didn't want to put this on here. But hey, it's not about me. I give my life away, and that's why I'm telling these stories on why I can't do nothing but talk about the Most High. Now back to the story. So anyway, when he realized that I wasn't going to be as obedient and do what I was told on this situation, he proceeded to grab the back of my neck and pull me forward to try to force me on it, put it in my mouth. I remember pulling the back as so hard as I could, and trying my hardest to keep that away from my face, my mouth. It was a back and forth struggle. I can't remember how many back and forths it was, but when he finally decided to give up, when he realized that it wasn't as easy, I'm not telling you I thought I was a winner. I was thankful, and I was confused that it didn't happen and he gave up. So the next thing I remember was him. I don't remember the exact words afterwards, but it definitely was a look of defeat or surprised, or he didn't get what he knew he was going to get and had planned it from the moment he knew my mother was sending me over there to get it. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Anywho, so he proceeds to go in the living room after putting his privates away. And I followed behind, traumatized, obviously. But at the same time, trying to understand my strength and how did I fight him off? Anywho, so on the table, he reached for a piece of candy out of the bowl, and I don't remember the name of the candy, but they were these little pink, little round things. They wasn't perfectly round, but it had like a little belt wrapped around it type ridge around it. And he said, you like candy, don't you? I said, yeah. I mean, I didn't act like that, but I'm thinking now, duh. Okay. So he gave me the candy and told me that while I was eating it and asking me did I like it and that was I okay, that's exactly what he tasted like while I'm eating this candy. So he proceeded to tell me that what just happened could not be discussed or talked about to anybody because something along the lines of my mom would go to jail, people would get hurt, this and that. Of course, I'm 6, I'm 7. You can tell adults anything like Christmas holidays. Anyway, okay. They believe it. So I believed it, of course. And I went back across the street with the jam after he sent me out the door, after making sure he confirmed that I wasn't going to ever say nothing about this. And I didn't. But I was forever changed. So I remember when I did speak to someone about it. It was years later. You know, I was a teenager or maybe an adult. I don't remember. But I had to get it off because walking around with all these experiences, that's too much for one person, I believed. Damn, what next? So anywho, I remember seeing this man in my late 30s. I hadn't seen him for a long time as a child. And I remember he came by me and my mom's and my sister's apartment when we stayed in Addison with my uncle. And I was still horrified, okay? And I remember him coming in, they speaking, and anyway, years later, I see him at my grandmother's house for a function, and I did like I did before when I was a teenager. I ignored him, you know. I didn't say nothing to him like when he came by in Addison. I just looked at him like, So he kept looking at me and smiling at me. And I had the meanest, most ugliest look I thought I had. But see, now that I finally realized my beauty, I don't see how I probably wasn't looking ugly at all, but I was trying to look ugly. It's funny how all my life people thought I was conceited, and I don't know what they thought that I saw, but the Most High showed me what He wanted me to see, and that was my true self. So the outer self, I really honestly didn't see it, and because I didn't fit in with the rest or whatever, whoop de whoop de whoop, I didn't care about how I didn't fit. But anyway, so this time I'm in my 30s and I'm still dealing and healing with all the dramas that I had remember going through, and it had something to do with sex and people with their intentions that seemed like I was a target. And I just knew that based on all the situations that I had been through, that obviously I was doing something wrong. Like when my father told me I was seducing him. So obviously, from the time I was 5 on up, because there was many situations, many more series coming, I thought it was something I was doing. So I decided I'm not gonna show myself. I'm gonna dress different. Um, I'm gonna cover myself up. I'm gonna make it hard to make the access easy, at least on my body. And then got humiliated and made fun of more than then, especially after I was an adult and grown and past that stage, judged by my so-called siblings in this world. Anywho, we don't know what somebody's going through or been through, so just be quiet, all right? And if you are gonna judge, realize that you're looking at a reflection of yourself. But you don't hear me though. So anyway, he laughing and smiling, and he had the nerve to, at some point, ask me when him and my uncle is hanging out talking outside. I don't remember if it was inside or outside, but he had the nerve to ask me if I don't remember him. He said, "You don't remember me?" He had the nerve to say something to me. Now, first of all, anyway, I said, "Steve, you know goddamn well I know you. Okay? I'll never forget you. And you know this. So what I think the best thing you should do is just don't say a motherfucking word to me, bro. Excuse my language." That's how I felt. Okay? And that's how it hurt. That's how it make you talk. I'm working on it. So you want to judge that, move on. Anywho, I was so hot that he was playing with my emotions by looking at me from across the way and always centering his eye and contact on me and smiling. I was determined that when I left early like I did, I was gonna run him over on Talco Drive. You hear me? Yeah. But anyway, something said, "I got you, baby. You just keep on being you. I got you." I I didn't want to be had this time. I wanted to get some revenge. I wanted to be getting the having. I wanted to be in control. But see, what the point of the story is, back when he first tried to force me on him, I thought I was Superwoman. All them years when things happened and boys tried to trick me into going to play basketball and taking me through another way, or or whatever it is that happened, I always managed to either talk my way out of it, finesse my way out of it, or physically get my way out of it if I didn't want to be in that situation or if I was caught off guard. So it was no doubt in my mind that I was Superwoman. But of course, I wasn't going to tell nobody. It's supposed to be a secret. And it's going to be my secret weapon when I need to. I don't want to go around telling. I knew it. What you couldn't tell me I wasn't Superwoman. You hear me? But the Most High was the one that provided the power, because at 5 years old, ain't no damn way no child have the power and the strength to be able to fight off a heathen with intentions. But see, what he was trying to show me was he been had his hands on me, around me, in me, on me. And so therefore, when I didn't feel worthy to speak on the Most High, I didn't deserve to speak about the Most High. The Most High said it had nothing to do with you. I chose you. So why are you not telling everybody about me? Because how they gonna judge you? But if you in love, you talk about that person. If you meet a friend that does things that nobody ever had for you in your life, you honor that person. Talk about how this and that. He said, "I've done so much for you. I've had you. I need you to have me and do my will. Do what I ask, not what no other man asks. Do what I ask directly. I have a personal relationship with that something said is." So anywho, I'm able to tell these stories now because what goes on in the dark comes to the light, even our own darknesses. And this is not my mission. This is not what I want to do. Okay? But he had to fill me up because I asked him to empty me out. Ask and you shall receive. But if we asking for things that has no value or will leave you empty, like, for instance, a husband, a wife, children, a house, a car, none of those things are relevant. Okay? When you ask for the Most High's guidance and wisdom, these are the things He'll do for you. Because I finally had to break down and ask for it. You hear me? Let me tell you why. When I realized that I wasn't Superwoman is when I turned 21, and I was so comatose and weakened and died inside when my father believed that I was put on this earth to be his lover, his woman. Now, I'm not here to make anybody look bad. I don't care. I am speaking in my healing. You hear me? Because, see, while I was crying every night, sobbing every night, afraid to be around men, had these issues inside, but I still hit it well with a smile. You have to check out Move On by Tux, LA in slow mo. I don't know if I'm going to have the courage to put my part on there. I might say a little something. But yeah, that's about that story. And Tux, Larry Scales did that. You hear me? Thank you, bro. Um, um, I didn't want to tell these stories. I was embarrassed, ashamed. I got to a point to where, as a young woman, my late 20s, sometimes I felt like I would have to do certain things in order to keep the situation less violent. When that's all you've been through is violence and forcefulness. And the Most High uses you and show you how to trust, you finesse, you slide. All you have to do is have your intent. But when I realized I wasn't Superwoman is the day I was too weak to finesse my way or physically fight my way or get away from my father. That's when he showed me, girl, you thought this was you all this time? You thought you was really strong, huh? You are. That's what he said. You strong. But that wasn't you, baby. He said he is with us at all times. Now, I can't really speak on everybody because I just know my personal relationship, and I'm tired and I'm done not giving glory to my best friend, my everything. Been there for me all alone. And we just have a habit because we're so spoiled. We don't see the bigger picture. We don't see how he's using his children to either come here and be loved like he gave us or not be loved. And if you did come into this world full of love, and like I did, I had a reason to be upset with the world. I had a reason to be like everybody, not just men, women too, because nobody saved me. Fuck everybody. But that felt worse. That's not who I am. That's why I would smile, because I don't want nobody else to feel my pain. Those type of pains, those type of mental traumas, hey, can make a person walk around angry if they're not strong enough. Oh, 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 if they don't depend on the Most High strength, because I wasn't strong enough. You hear me? I wasn't strong enough for all that. But I was just strong enough to hold on right on time to be able to stay here and be here today to tell you that it's going to be all right. The Most High got you. Whether you believe it or not, I am a living, walking, breathing testimony. And I don't care who believes it, who don't. I'm not here for appeasing or no, whatever this new word is, clout chasing. All that's irrelevant to me, so I don't even know why I just spoke on it. But I'm not here for nobody, but for those that need to hear this message. Okay? It wasn't, damn, I got a damn tooth growing in from the sideways and the back on both sides, way in the back. Damn, so I got to talk different now. Anywho, it wasn't your fault. You did nothing wrong. You didn't seduce anybody. For those that know who I'm talking about. Now, those that did seduce and play tricks and lie, that's a whole other story. But we're going to talk about going back to a child. 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way up until they're of age mentally to know and understand what is happening. Trust me. Those are the ones I'm here for. To remind you, it's okay, baby. And you got to move on because the Most High got you. Okay? He need his soldiers to keep showing them how to love no matter what, against all odds. He need his soldiers to keep showing love when they don't feel like they even got love. He needs you to realize that he dwells inside of you, in you, around you, through you. Now, every time he was asking me to do something, I was running. You hear me? I was running. Check out Thank You. The song I was talking, the very first song I ever did with Larry Tux about giving the Most High thanks. And in that story, I was talking about how the Most High was just following me everywhere, man. I mean, I just couldn't get away from him. And I finally just got tired of running and said, okay, what do you want me to do? He said, I want you to give me a chance to lift up your hands and say thank you. Of course, they come with other things, you know, but that was the bulk of it. I'm going to end this now. It's been 20-something minutes, but that story didn't go like I had planned on doing, you know, writing it down. And because even the first one I wrote it, but I didn't edit it. I just decided to go ahead and read it, unedited. So this one was a little bit more direct because I feel like it was necessary. Even if you can't see my eyes open, to feel me and look me in my eyes, and I'm going to look you in your direction of your eyes somewhere so you can feel my energy. It's okay. Let it go. They're not hurting. They're not crying. They're not losing any sleep. Okay? You have to heal, baby. And I'm speaking to male and females. Okay? Because most of us, pretty sure if you like me, you mature, all right. You you're responsible, but you're still a child at heart because you had your childhood stolen. And even if you didn't have it stolen, you're still always a child because you're a child of the Most High. Why you think we go through this? The catch is, don't break. Hold on. You got to do your part and at least hold on. And if you don't even hold on, guess what? He still got you. I love.